So I'm taking a break in the archaeological park in Kamphaeng Phet, and yeah, as you can see, it's really quiet. Coffee break. Yeah, and there's no one around. So after this, I'll be taking a drive to Chiang Mai, and it's gonna take maybe about 4 to 5 hours. But the way I drive, it'll probably take me 5 to 6 hours, right? So yeah. There's two parts to this park. The first one, you can actually walk. You can cycle there if you want, and then you can walk around the park. And that's in the center of the old city of Kamphaeng Phet. The city is actually by the Ping River, and Kamphaeng Phet actually means diamond wall. And that's interesting because I was talking to Charin, the owner of the hostel earlier, and asked him what does it mean. He says diamond wall, and why diamond wall? And he told me that came from the fact that in the past, Burma, the Burmese were always trying to attack the Thai kingdoms, and during the Sukhothai Empire, Kamphaeng Phet was the defensive line, okay? And around the city, they built a wall, and that's how they basically fought and kept the Burmese army from reaching Sukhothai. And the Burmese army failed time and time again, and that's why it's called a diamond wall, because it's a wall that's impenetrable, and for the Burmese, they couldn't get through, right? So yeah, but they eventually did, but that's another story. So yeah, so there's two parts to this. So that's the old part, the Kamphaeng Phet city, and then there's the forest sort of jungle temples, which is here. It's maybe about you can't you can't walk. You have to cycle or drive here, and this is how it looks like. So this is part of it. I mean, seriously, the Thai government has done a really great job, right? At like preserving and maintaining the historical ruins, right? So there's nobody around. It's beautiful. It's quiet. So yeah. So the next destination is Chiang Mai. After this, and I've never been to Chiang Mai before. I've heard good things about it though, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I won't be staying there for long, because on Saturday I have to move towards the border to Laos, and there's a new border crossing, quite new, that goes through Phayao, right? And again, I was talking to Charin, and he was saying that it's beautiful. His friends told him that he should try that. He hasn't done it before, because he is another guy who loves to drive, and he told me that he drove around Laos many times, right? And in fact, how the conversation started was, I said hi, he said hi, and then his son, whose name is also James, good name by the way, his son told him that I drove up from KL, and he said that he asked me, can I drive from Kamphaeng Phet down to Kuala Lumpur? And I said, yes, of course you can. Then he asked me how which way I went and all that kind of stuff, and but I don't know about Thai cars coming into Malaysia. I'm sure that it's allowed, because if they allow Malaysian cars into Thailand, it should be the same the other way around. And he asked me he said, I know there's this really long bridge, I don't know where it is. Is it to the island Langkawi? I said, no, it's to Penang, and we talked about Penang. and I showed him the video that I took off the bridge. You know, it's like, so whoa, wow. You know, we talked about food and all that. So, anyways, so he has driven around Laos quite a number of times. So, and he says it's a beautiful country and he loves it. You know, the Laotian people are really kind and really nice. Now, for a Thai person to say that, it's pretty cool. Okay, so because they themselves are already kind and really nice. So, yeah, so I asked him, he's like, I heard about the roads. They may not be that good in Laos. He said, no, it's actually pretty okay. You know, there's a new highway directly from close to the border to Luang Prabang, and he says that the north to south road, you know, from Luang Prabang, Van Vieng, and to Vientiane or Vientiane, is actually pretty good because it was built by the French. The French basically they colonized Laos back then, and so that's why the capital is called Vientiane, and some pronounce it as Vientiane, which is, you know, French. I don't know. So, and he says that road is good. So that came to mind that maybe, you know, what I heard about bad roads in Laos or Lao are mostly the roads beyond, outside of this north and south. And to me, yeah, okay, if north and south is fine, it's great, then it's enough, because I don't intend to go around the country so much, because I want to explore a few places and then exit Thailand, exit into Thailand again, south, probably through Nong Khai, Udon Thani side, and then cut back to the west and north into Chiang Mai and Pai. So that's the idea. But there are a few challenges that's in my mind right now, and these are things that I won't know until I try it out myself, right? The first is whether there'll be any problems for Malaysian car to get into Laos. From what I hear, it should be cool, right? Second, how long can I stay in Laos? Exemption visa for me, 30 days. Okay, car, if it's the same as Thailand, should be another 30 days, right? Number three, which was the condition of the roads, all right? Which now Charin says is pretty okay, so I feel a bit better. Number four is recently, the news is there's been some fuel problems in Thailand, in Laos, right? And what happened was the prices. So Charin was telling me the prices for petrol, like 40 baht per liter in Thailand. Okay, he said that recently it went up to 70 baht equivalent per liter in Laos, and to me that's pretty crazy, because it's also a poor country, comparatively, and the stocks are sort of running out or something like that. But it'll be okay soon, because they will be importing petroleum and fuel from Russia. So okay, that's interesting. So that's the was it the third thing, or fourth thing? I can't remember. But the final thing is this: even when I actually come back into Thailand, there might be an interesting conundrum, because for Malaysians, if you get into Thailand from Malaysia, you get visa exemption for 30 days, no problem, right? But if you actually come in, you're a Malaysian, you come in from a neighboring country that's not Malaysia, you get 15 days, according to some guidelines. I don't know whether that's true. If that's true, that means once I get back into Thailand, I only have 15 days, which is still fine, because there'll be ways for me to extend my visa while I'm here. But the second issue is, when I come back into Thailand, I will bring my car back into Thailand, and they should give me another 30 days, right? But there is a rule that applies to non-Malaysian, non-Singaporean, and non-Laotian cars that I read about, that even when you can bring in the car, and when they bring in the car, it's a lot more stringent, right, compared to us. You can only have the car in the country for a maximum of 60 days in any 180 days period. Now, I don't know whether that applies also to Malaysian, Singaporean, and Laotian cars. I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't. If it does, then another challenge. But anyways, I'll find out by next month. So this is Kamphaeng Phet Archaeological Park, and I'm just gonna chill out for a bit more, and then I'm gonna head up to Chiang Mai. See you later, man.